quoted from the media of the drive. On June 1, 2020, the Super Hornet F A-18 has conducted a test carrying the latest AGM-88G missile that is claimed to be anti-radiation and longer-range distances. AGM-88G Advanced Anti-Radiation Guided Missile. The trial was conducted at the Patuxent River Test Range. In the A-18E Super Hornet trial, it performed various maneuvers while carrying weapons to test the integration and structural characteristics of the AARGM-ER, namely how the aircraft performs when carrying weapons and what kind of pressure the weapons themselves experience. This trial is a significant step for the development of the AARGM-ER missile, which is currently in the engineering and manufacturing development stage. The data obtained will be utilized in the expansion of AARGM-ER flight trials that will be carried out in the future. Trials will be conducted until the AARGM-ER enters initial operational capability (IOC) in 2023. AARGM-ER, just like AARGM and HARM, are anti-radiation missiles with the ability to target radars. However, AARGM has been using multi-mode seeker with INS assisted by GPS and active radar seeker, so that AARGM can beat non-radiating radars or targets other than radar. With the speed of Mach 2, AARGM is suitable for destroying targets that are time-sensitive. AARGM-ER is planned to be integrated with the A-18E F Super Hornet and A-18G Growler. But this weapon is also designed to be carried in the F-35C Lightning II internal bay. The F-A-18E Super Hornet is a variant of a twin-engined carrier-capable and multi-role fighter aircraft based on McDonnell Douglas F-A-18 Hornet. The F-A-18F single-seat tandem variant is a larger and more advanced derivative of the F-A-18C and D Hornet. The Super Hornet has a 20mm internal M61 rotary cannon and can carry air-to-air missiles and air-to-surface weapons. Additional fuel can be carried up to 5 external fuel tanks, and the aircraft can be configured as an air tanker by adding an external air fueling system. Designed and originally produced by McDonnell Douglas, the Super Hornet first flew in 1995. Low-level production began in early 1997, with full production starting in September 1997. After the merger of McDonnell Douglas and Boeing the previous month, Super Hornet entered fleet service with the United States Navy in 1999, replacing Grumman F-14 Tomcat, who retired in 2006. Super Hornet serves with the original Hornet, the Royal Australian Air Force (RAAF), which has operated the F-A-18A as its main fighter since 1984. Ordered the F-A-18F in 2007 to replace the aging General Dynamics F-111C fleet. RAAF Super Hornets began operations in December 2010. The Super Hornet is mostly new aircraft, about 20% larger, 7,000 pounds, 3,200 kilograms, heavier empty weight, and 15,000 pounds, 6,800 kilograms, maximum weight, heavier than the original Hornet. The Super Hornet carries 33% more internal fuel, increases mission range up to 41% and endurance up to 50% compared to the inherited Hornet. The Super Hornet's empty weight is around 11,000 pounds, 5,000 kilograms less than the F-14 Tomcat that was replaced while approaching, but not suitable, the payload and range of the F-14. Because the Super Hornet is much heavier than the old Hornet, the slingshot and catching system must be regulated differently to assist in safe flight operations and prevent confusion in radio calls. The Super Hornet is informally referred to as the Rhino to distinguish it from previous Hornets. The Super Hornet, unlike the previous Hornet, was designed to be equipped with an air refueling system, ARS, or buddy store, for refueling other aircraft. filling in the role of tactical air tankers that had been lost by the Navy with his retirement. KA-60 tanker and Lockheed S-3B Viking. The ARS includes an external 330 US gal 1200L tank with a hose reel in the middle, along with 4 external 480 US gal 1800L tanks in an internal tank. With a total of 29,000 pounds 13,000 kilograms of fuel in aircraft. On a typical mission, 1/5 of the air wing is dedicated to the role of the tanker, which consumes fatigue life expectancy of the aircraft faster than other missions. The front fuselage has not changed, but the rest of the aircraft is slightly shared with previous A-18C models. The fuselage stretches as high as 34 and 86 centimeters to make room for future fuel and avionics increase and increase wing area by 25%. However, the Super Hornet has 42% less structural parts than the original Hornet design. The General Electric F414 engine, developed from Hornet's F404, has an additional 35% thrust on most aircraft flight envelopes. The Super Hornet can return to the aircraft carrier with greater fuel and ammunition loads than the original Hornet. This ability is known as setback, which for Super Hornet is more than 9,000 pounds 4,100 kilograms. Other differences include the intake ramp for the engine and 2 extra wing hardpoints for payload, 11 total, maintaining the previous hardpoint in the lower center line at wing tips, and 2 corresponding fuselage positions. Among the most significant aerodynamic changes is the enlarged edge extension (LEX), which provides better vortex lift characteristics in high-angle attack maneuvers, and reduces the static stability margins to improve pitching characteristics. This produces a pitch level of more than 40 degrees per second, and high resistance to departures from controlled flights. Initially, avionics and Super Hornet software had 90% similarities with the FA-18C fleet at the time. The differences include the display of the touchscreen controls on the front, large multi-purpose color liquid crystal display, and fuel display. Super Hornet has a quadruplex digital fly-by-wire system, as well as a digital flight control system that detects and repairs battle damage. The initial production model used the APG-73 radar, then was replaced by an active and APG-79 electronically scanned array (AESA). The ASQ-228A TFLIR Advanced Targeting Viewing Infrared is the main electro-optical sensor and laser pointer pod for Super Hornet. The communication equipment consists of an ARC-210 VHF UHF radios, 68 and mids JTRS low-volume terminals for half-quick SINCGARS and Link 16 connectivity. Defensive countermeasures on Block I aircraft include an ALR-67 B3 radar warning receivers, an AL-47 countering dispensers, an AL-50 towing, and an ALQ-165 airborne self-protect jammer (ASPJ) tugboats. Block II aircraft replaced ALQ-165 with the ALQ-214 Integrated Defensive Countermeasures (IDECM) system, which consisted of internally installed threat receivers and optional self-protection jammers. Interior and exterior lighting in Block II was changed to allow the use of night vision devices. Older AL-50 feeds are replaced by retractable AL-55 feeds, which can send jamming signals based on data received from IDECM. Enhanced and ALQ-214 jammer added to Block II aircraft. Block II aircraft are equipped with AESA and APG-79 radars, which are able to carry out air-to-air and air-to-ground attacks simultaneously, and provide higher quality, high-resolution ground mapping over long distances. The AESA radar can also detect smaller targets, such as incoming missiles, and can track air targets outside the air-to-air missile range of the aircraft. VFA-213, the first Super Hornet squadron to fly AESA-equipped Super Hornets, became safe for flight, flying alone and maintaining A-18 F on October 27, 2006. The first Super Hornet was upgraded with the Joint Helmet-Mounted Cueing System. JHMCS was sent to VFA-213 on May 18, 2007. JHMCS provides multi-purpose situational awareness, which includes the direction of long-range missiles. The Shared Reconnaissance Pod (SHARP) is a high-resolution digital tactical air surveillance system that has advanced day, night and all-weather capabilities. Low-volume communication terminals. The multi-function information distribution system is being upgraded with a MIDS JTRS system, which will allow a 10-fold increase in bandwidth as well as compatibility with the standards of the Joint Tactical Radio System. Development of the Block 3 avionics upgrade has taken place in April 2019.